All right, everybody, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Come on in as I set up. Uh, as I set up, come on in, come on in. I'm just setting up. Y'all come on in. Okay, there we go. Welcome, everybody. Type in what uh, part of the state you guys are coming in on. Um, Let us know where you're coming in from. Hey, Kat. Put the part of the state you're coming in on. Y'all come on in. Yeah. Come on, come on. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Jefferson County is in the house. Welcome, welcome. Hey, it ain't time for question and answer yet, but how the body and head is hurting. It's very uncomfortable. I got a pillow behind me for my for my lower back and stuff like that as well. Uh but I'm maintaining. So as y'all come on in, just let us know um, what part of the state you guys are coming in from, and we're gonna get started. Thank you for the prayers. Thank you for the prayers. So y'all just come on in. Okay. Can I get a kiss? Enjoy. I love you more. Okay, we got Jefferson County, we got Kenosha. Um, Tag people in so they can come in as well. Tag other people. Y'all come on in. I'm just tagging some more people in. Um, Um, okay. So I hope everybody's doing well today. Check in and let us know what county you are coming in from. Then we're going to get started. So much we can talk about that we can definitely talk about because um, we got to address a lot of things. So I'm just tagging people as you coming in. Just put down the part of the state that you belong to, and we're gonna start in a second. I'm just trying to tag a couple more people in because definitely want to target people that's um, um, trying to reach everybody, get everybody on board. We got a we got. I know Kelly's still at the booth. Oh yeah, she has an event. Washington County. Um, so okay, let's get started. Let's get started. Let's get started. Um, so welcome everybody. Welcome as we get this started. Mr. Rubin, bless you, sir. Uh, so we got questions, we got answers. We're gonna do question, we're gonna do answers. I want to give an update from yesterday. Those that was watching the video on yesterday saw that I got hit from behind. Um, my body is sore. My head is still slight hurting. Um, so I also know that we needed to continue to campaign and get the word out. There's still a lot of people who don't know who they're going to vote for. So we want to make sure that we get it out to them. Couple of events uh, that's taking place this uh no, Stacy, he dropped out yesterday. Wait a minute. Another So a second opponent dropped out today? I knew about Alex dropping out, but somebody else dropped out today. Okay, well, we have to. I would have to look that up because if that's it, they are doing it. They are playing a very serious game, and they're playing for keeps. And the thing is that we have to um, do something different. Hey, Sarah, how are you? Um, I'm gonna look into that to see if that's for real. Um, because they playing good. They playing a very okay, we got Wood County in the house. Yes, Wood County is definitely in the house. Thank you, Wood County, for being in the house. Okay, so everybody's coming in. So we're gonna get started on some things and I think I started like this. Thank God for all of you, for your concerns, your prayers. Uh, it was real. It was a blessing to have that. Uh, my doctor, my nurse, my personal caregiver is doing a great job, and y'all know who all that is in one, and that's my wife. She's okay, my love. She's taking great care of me. So yeah, she's the doctor, the nurse, the caregiver, the warden. Ain't gonna let me do nothing. I ain't got no business. Uh, but she has when she picked me up, she took me straight to the hospital in Oshkosh last night. Scott and Kelly was amazing. I made a call to them. They came right up and got me, helped me take some stuff out of my car, drove me to Oshkosh and met my wife halfway. Um, so they took good care of me. So I'm glad on that. So let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk. No more injury talk. Let's get this show on the road. So yesterday, um, yesterday the Democrats did a move. Let me address this. Yes, I thank God for you guys. The team is amazing. Um, uh, the team is amazing, and they have been everywhere doing everything. And Kelly is at the Racine County Fair. We have a booth there, and she's manning that booth. Her and Kat manned it yesterday with me and Rosie was there. Um, and then Kelly's there today, and Ryan was there for a little while today to help her out. And I want to thank Ryan for going down to help with the booth. So yesterday, the Democrats did a move that was it was planned out, wonderful. Um, where they had one person drop out and then they endorsed the other person right then and there, did a press conference. Um, and I looked at that and I was like, we as conservative, Republicans, independents, whatever you call yourself, we have to get our act together. We have to uh, remember what's the main goal, what's the mission. And so the mission is to not let everything we've done in the last 2 years be in vain. Not the protesting, the rallies, the fighting for our children, all be in vain. And what do I mean by that? If Tony Evers get 4 more years, then we in trouble. And I'm not saying that because Democrats would be in charge. I'm saying that because if we look at how the education system is going right now, um, if you look at what the way education going, and if you look at what they're trying to do, um, we have to be careful. And most of the times, and I've been saying this for the longest, get out of our feelings. It's not about our feelings. It's not about who turn is it to run or anything like that. It's who is capable and strong enough to go into this election and defeat uh, Tony Evers and to keep Ron Johnson because Ron Johnson doesn't have a guaranteed win. And so we have to make sure that we are unified. Like they have already become unified. They have already shown unity. Whether they like each other or not, that's not the case. One of the things that I love about unity, real unity, is this. Me and my brothers, it could be, and there's 6 boys in our house, and we can have a fight in the house. We can have a fight, get a whooping for fighting each other, be mad at each other, and one of us can go outside and get into a fight, and the other one is there. Whatever we do on the inside is one thing, but once we get outside, it's a whole different ball game. And we are unified. Even though we mad at each other at that moment, even though we can't stand each other's sight at that moment, if one of us was in a fight, we come together. The Democrats, I'm not saying they like each one of them like each other, but what I'm saying is they're showing unified outside and in the eyes of the public and everything that's going on. Where on the outside, our party, we're showing division, we're showing anger, we're showing division. Um, we're allowing Democrats to hear if my candidate don't win, we're going to vote independent. So they see the division among us, and around them, Whether they like each other or not, you're seeing unity, and they're delivering a unity message. Now we have to come together and we have to strengthen each other, and so we gotta make it where we can come together and we can put the best person forward. So here's the rules. You can ask me any questions. If I feel that those questions is going outside of the realm of the lieutenant governor race or anything about the state of Wisconsin, then I will not address or deal with those. But if it's anything to deal with us, uh, then I will answer those questions because again, I wanted you to tag. I wanted you to tag somebody who's still on the fence, who is not sure who they're going to vote for, and I want them to be able to ask me questions so I can help them um, come off the fence and make a decision on which candidate to vote for. And so this is why I'm doing this. So we're going to open it up for questions. Uh, so you guys can open it up. Now, if you just got on and you ask a question, please let me know. When you asking your question, let me know what county the question is coming from. So if the question is coming from, let's say, uh, okay, come on with your question. Your name ain't coming up, so let me look on. I think I got it. Okay, Sarah Lynn, your name is not coming up, so just put down what county you act. Okay, Walworth County. Now ask your question. So we're gonna wait till her question pops up on the screen. And if anybody else has a question, go ahead and type it in. But also type in what county are you your question is coming from. So this question is coming from Walworth County. Okay, yes, I do have a plan B. Hope I don't have to pull it out, but I'm going to do what I can, first of all, to make sure that Tony Evers be a one-term governor. And plan B is prepare myself for 2024 to run for mayor of the city of Milwaukee. But I'm believing God that I'm going to win this race. But plan B is to put myself in a position to run for mayor of Milwaukee in 2024. So that's my plan. Um, right now, the state needs a strong lieutenant governor that can help the whole state. And if that doesn't work, then I will be throwing my hat in the race for the city of Milwaukee. So that's um that's plan B. Um I'm not going away. I'm not I'm not I'm not going to go sit in the corner and lick my wounds and cry or anything like that. If I gave my all in this race. I traveled this race. I sacrificed in this race. I did a lot in this race. I'm not giving up. I'm not a quitter. I'm always a fighter. Um, I believe we're going to come out, but if we don't, then I'm preparing myself for 2024. running for the mayor for the city of Milwaukee. Well, okay, this question is coming from Jefferson County. Okay. So I really don't think that he's weak on it. I will say that amen. Hold on, you guys. Somebody just what they say? I just gotta okay. I voted for you today. Yes, thank you. Um so let me go back. So I don't think he's weak on that. I think he's green. And what do I mean? He's coming out of corporate America. So he was not really down on the ground. So I think he would be educated, and that's why having a um strong lieutenant governor like myself who knows about medical freedom, who's friends with Robert Scott Bell, who can come in and educating my my doctor is a holistic doctor who I can bring in and educate him and everything on that as well. So I think where the governor might be weak in the social issues, the lieutenant governor has to be strong in the social issues. And so being strong in the social issues dealing with not only medical freedom but drug overdose, incarceration, parents' rights, CRT. See, he needs somebody strong like that on the side of him, even Rebecca or Tim Ramtham. So whichever one comes out, my strength will be a plus to them, and my being connected to not only business but but the community itself is a plus to anybody that comes out of that race. So where the governor might be weak because they're focused on taxes and the wasteful spending and legislating, then I'm strong when it comes to the social issues and everything that a family is dealing with. So this is why I say it the way I say it. So so there's areas where a governor candidate might be strong in, and they might be weak because they don't really focus and deal with the social issues. That's where I come in at, and I can help them on the social issues. Let's see. A question from Wood County. Well, Kenosha riots and all the other riots is the thing. One of the things that we have to understand and realize is we have to go into those communities, have conversation with people of the community. Because if you pay attention, a lot of the rioters didn't even live in Kenosha. A lot of the rioters didn't even live in Wisconsin. And a lot of times I believe that we need to get on the side of the community and say, hey, listen, we cannot allow people to come in your community, but we need your help not to allow them to come in. Yes, we would need the National Guards to bag up the police and the sheriff, so no innocent bystander will be hurt. No personal property is destroyed, business not destroyed. But we have to go back and realize we got to stop allowing people to come up in our community, drop off bricks, drop off stuff to start the riots. We have to take pride, but we have to give people pride to that they will have pride in their community. A lot of people don't have pride in the community. Why? Because we're allowing too many developers that don't even live in Wisconsin to come in Wisconsin and buy everything up. So we have to fix it where people begin to take ownership and pride in their community. But we will be able to combat the riots. We will be able to address certain things, and a lot of times what we also need to do is we need to get both sides of the story. We got to stop running on one side of the story. We need both sides of the story. Like, you can get a young black guy who got shot, and before you know it, the media said it was gang related, and the young man was just coming home from work. Don't everything is not gang related when it comes to the black community, and everything is not black and white where the black community is so um so vicious. That's not it. You got people won't even come in Milwaukee because of media. They don't even know what's really going on in Milwaukee. Yeah, you hear about shootings, but you don't realize most of those shootings the victim and the suspect know each other. So now all of a sudden people won't come to Milwaukee, and if it get dark, they're ready to get out of here, thinking, oh, I might be the next one. So we gotta stop the negativity from the media, and we need to get in there and assist the people of those communities so we can stop those riots. Let me see. You know, I heard about uh the force the force cookie. I got to say the right thing because I don't want to I can't afford to go in jail right now. So the force cookie. Um but but here's the thing. Michaels might be backed by Tommy who forced the cookie. But Rebecca is backed by Walker who made a commercial with Governor Doyle encouraging everybody to go take the cookie. So we have to look at this thing and find the best fighter that can fight for us and that we can win, because a lot of these endorsements um it's kind of off the wall. Cindy Warner got endorsed by David Clark and claimed that she's the person who has 30 years of conservative fighting, but you can't find it nowhere. Nowhere. There's nowhere out here that you can find her fighting for 30 years conservative fighting. And the sad part about it is she's a black female veteran conservative, and you can't find nothing. That's a unique combination if that person was really doing what they say. So so all of these endorsements and stuff like that, you got to ask yourself: is they brought? Is they paid? I mean, they haven't really did no homework on them. You got one that forced the cookie on the students in the UW system, and then you have one who encouraged the whole state, who's supposed to be who always said the Democrats was against us, and partnered with the Democrat and to make a commercial for everybody to take the cookie. So we have to, that's what I'm saying. We got to move our emotions out the way. We just got to look at the individuals. We can't just look at who's behind them and saying, yes, this is the one, when that person did the same thing. So I mean, it's a scary situation, but we just have to hold on. I'm trying to catch up with you guys. I think let me see who this is saying this. I'm trying to keep up with you guys. Hold on. Give me 1 second. So, because I see the comments coming. Okay, so let's see which one is it coming out of? Because somebody is not, their name is not showing up. Um, so we got to educate and I say we got to educate. I pray that um, I pray that Wolf would sit down with him. We know they endorsed it, Rebecca, but I still wish they would sit down with him and educate him, because everything is about education. A lot of us, we are ignorant to certain things until we get that knowledge. Knowledge is information. We have to get people the information. So I wish they would sit down with him and educate him on everything that is going on. Hey, Aaron, tell everybody what county you are from, please. We can get that. It's already, even though people say nonpartisan, it is, the DPI race is partisan. We already know it. It's every race is partisan, even though they use the word nonpartisan. Why do you think it always say Milwaukee Democrat mayor? It is partisan. We can say nonpartisan all day long. It's partisan. So with the DPI race, I'm going to go to legislators, state senators, and anybody that don't want to help fix the education system. I'm gonna expose them. I'm gonna be like, I went to AB, I went to John Doe, Jane Doe, and I asked them, they don't, the education system is not important to them. I'm going to expose. This is how we get stuff done. And then once I expose them, you guys got to call them up and make them jump on the bandwagon to move that DPI race to the fall race. It's like teamwork. I go in, and once I find out who don't want to support our children, then you guys are the Air Force. You and bomb them with phone calls, emails, a town hall meeting, and get them on board because it can be done. Well, Evers, you know, if you go back and you do history, everything is designed to be destroyed. Look at Detroit, look at Gary. Uh, it is designed, and then they come back and they buy all that up very cheap and rebuild. And that's what's happening with these riots. We have seen people put bricks in neighborhood. We have seen videos where people was driving by and giving people bricks. We watched where some liberals on the left bust the store windows out, and then the blacks went in. You saw the liberals set the restaurant on fire in Atlanta. So you saw a lot of different things, but nobody really want to touch on them. Encouraging is different than mandating. Um, it is, but here's the thing about it. I wish that if our side is talking about medical freedom and our side is talking about uh, 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 don't force anything on us or anything like that, I would want our side to put everything on the table and then say to families, make the decision. But to not have the right data and the right information, and to just get on and encourage everyone to go and do something where you don't even have the right information. Um, I have a problem with that, but I also have a problem with anybody forcing anything, anybody making a mandate of any kind. I got a problem with that as well. So I will be fighting to make sure no more mandates come down the pipe. I don't want any mandates. I will not allow any mandates. I would buck against the mandates and encourage everybody to buck against it. And I will put the information out on why. I won't just say don't do something without giving you why. And I would give you information and say, now make your decision. Now, whatever decision you make, that's on you. But I would really rather have all information so everybody can make their own decision. You know, like last night, uh, like last night, when um, when I had the accident, they was trying to push. Take you need to take some medicine. Let me give you this. Let me give you this. I'm like, nope, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Um, and why? Because most of those medicines that they give, I know the side effects behind those medicines. But if I didn't know those side effects, I probably would have took a lot of that medicine they was offering last night. But because I had the information and the knowledge of the side effects, and my doctor is a holistic doctor, and I have a master herbalist on speed dial, all that information is what helped me. So I want everybody to have that information. Oh, yes. You know, and this is what I'm saying. We have to, I don't want anybody pushing anything. I want us to put out the information so everybody can have that right without just being pushed. Because why? Let's look at it from another standpoint. You can be a person of influence or you can be a person of manipulation. And it's on both sides. Al Sharpton is a person of manipulation, and he know he can manipulate people to get stuff done because people believe in him or everything. Same thing with Scott Walker, and same thing with Tommy Thompson, and same thing with Donald Trump, same thing with Jimmy Carter, same thing with Barack Obama. Every last one of them has a that ability to uh, influence or manipulate people to go in a direction that they're going to go. Now, the reason I use them both because manipulation and influence. Influence, you know why. Influence. If I influence someone, they already know what's coming, what's going to happen, and everything like that. But the manipulation you don't know until afterwards. They manipulated you, and then afterwards, that's why you have so many people that voted for that was manipulated and voted for Obama says I didn't vote for him for the second term because he did A, B, and C, D. Same thing when people voted for uh, Biden, right? Now they say I wish I would have never voted for Biden, and now their eyes is opening up to understand some of the policies that Trump did that they benefit from. So when you can manipulate people, even pastors do it in the pulpit. They manipulate people. What I do is I influence people and I tell them when they ask me a question, I tell them that's your homework. Go do the homework and come back. When we went through the pandemic, I told them I'm not telling you what to do. I'm telling you to go do your homework. When you go do your homework, you are empowered. If I just give it to you, you're just going off my word. But if I tell you to go do the homework and show you where to get the homework, then now I'm empowering you and you making your decision. Right now, a lot of people is not making decisions. They're being manipulated by the wrong people. And this is why we have the things that we have going on right now. Yep. Okay, I'm trying to catch up with you guys. So I'm loving this. Y'all keep it coming. Let me just catch up, catch up. Let's see. Okay, there you go. All right. We have to. Now that I know, I was just catching up. We have to inform. Everything has to be. Um, One of the things that we teach in church is about the kingdom of light and the kingdom of darkness. The kingdom of darkness represents ignorance. The kingdom of light represents knowledge. And we are ignorant, and the Bible says, "My people are destroyed because of lack of knowledge." And the thing about it is, that's how we are destroyed. We're destroyed because of lack of knowledge. And so that is how slave masters was able to stay control over the slaves. They didn't want them to learn how to read. They didn't want them to receive knowledge. Why? Because if they receive knowledge, then they are now a threat. So when you start to empower people by giving information and you giving out knowledge, what happens is, you start to empower people, and we don't want you empowered. We want to be able to stay in control of you by keeping the information away from you. That's why they used to have a saying in the black community: if you ever want to keep something away from a black person, put it in a book. Why? Because they think black people don't read. But I'll be honest, I read more now than I did when I was in school, because knowledge is power, information is power. But it's powerful when you apply the information or the knowledge that you have received. Okay, I need you to two things. I need you to say what county you asking this question from, and then can you explain the fast you plan to call? Oh, the fast. Oh, okay. All right. Yes, ma'am. I can explain the fast. Well, the day I get sworn in as lieutenant governor, the next day we're starting a 3-day fast. And that 3-day fast is based on each individual. There's some of us who's going to go on a true fast where we will have nothing but water for 3 days. Then you have some that only can got to have their medication. So and they have to have food to take their medication. So we will ask them only eat when it's time to take their medication, but don't eat a lot, so we can go on this fast. And then on the third day of the fast, we're going to come together in the rotunda. And in the rotunda, what we're going to do is we're going to have worship, we're going to have prayer, we're going to ask God to forgive us, and we're going to ask God to be Lord over the state of Wisconsin again, because the Bible says, "Blessed are the nation who God is Lord," and Wisconsin is a nation all by itself. So we're going to ask God to be God over a nation again, and then we're going to ask God to heal our land, and then we're going to see some changes that's going to be amazing, and then we're going to get the wisdom from God to fix the issues that we have in our state. I believe that with everything. uh, well, couple of things. I accept concealed carry, but I wish we would have got the constitutional carry. And because this is America, in certain places where they tell us that we can't carry, if I'm wondering for my safety, I just won't go there. If I can't carry, then I don't really want to go there, because then I'm not trusting whoever in charge of it to protect me. I remember when we was doing open carry rallies and everything, and at the time when they was giving us concealed carry, Applebee's was saying no concealed carry here. So guess what happened? We just didn't go to Applebee's, and Applebee's felt the punch. They felt it because people that liked Applebee's did not want to go there, and feel unsafe. So any place that you feel unsafe and you're not allowed to carry to protect yourself, then because this is America, just don't go. Any public place uh, that doesn't allow you to carry, I mean, that's something where you would have to really look at which public place are you talking about, because you know most of the places you can carry. Um, Only I know you can't carry this in the schools. So I don't know. I'm for that, but if there's a business that don't want me to carry and I don't feel safe in that business, then I just don't go to that business. Let's see. Oh yeah, and Green Bay. I know we don't want to. You have to look at what it is. It is being done. It has been done, and it's going to continue to be done based off of it's about money and it's about power. And so major cities, all you got to do is look around. If crime is if crime is rising, if crime is rising, rioted is happening, then yes, you're a target to be next. Whether you're Racine, Kenosha, Beloit. Um, I heard some people in Kenosha talking the other night, and they said it didn't never used to be like this, where people would bypass coming in into the Kenosha area because of the heavy, I guess, the strictness of the police and everything like that. But we just got to get back to dealing with these issues and not sweeping them under the table. But if we only talk about taxes and wasteful spending, you're going to always have failing cities and communities where they're being destroyed. Democrats push the race card so many ways. As a white person, don't feel America are racist. You being a black man, how do you perceive the race issue in America? It is really uh, just another distraction for the left to use the dumb and to dumb us down and divide the people. Well, oh, that's a good question. There are prejudiced people um, on both sides of the aisle, and there are, um, yes, the Democrats are pushing the race card a lot, but the sad part about it is the Republicans are not pushing back. And let me tell you what I mean by that. There are four African American, blacks, whatever you want to call us. I'll call myself an American, but there's four of us in the in statewide races, and I just take myself, all the success stories that I got out of Milwaukee and the work I've done in Milwaukee. Wouldn't you think they would wrap their arm around me and show that they are not racist and show that they are concerned about the city of Milwaukee or just people in general? But they don't. So while the Democrats are saying the Republicans are racist, and the Republicans are not doing anything to say that they're not, you know, uh, yeah, we have an African American. um, coalition in the Republican Party. But let's be honest, they're not doing their job to get the message out the way it needs to be out in the communities. They're not really wrapping their arms around statewide black candidates. That is not the norm. Okay, I'm one that you might say is out of uniform. And what do I mean by that? While they beating the bass drum, I'm beating the snare. So I don't look like them, dress like them, talk like them, act like them. So I'm not the image that they might not want. But to show the black community that they're not racist, to be honest with you, I'm the image they need. Because why? Now you're telling them you open the door for everybody. You're really ready to accept everybody. Um, you know, there's eight of us in the lieutenant governor race, and you guys have heard all of us speak. Which one of our message out of all eight of us can resonate with anybody who can go to the middle of the road with their message out of all eight lieutenant governor candidates? Which one of us can go to the middle of the road and deliver their message and people will come to the middle? There's only one of us, and that's me. No other candidate can go to that middle of the road and resonate with that one message, because my message just doesn't resonate with whites or blacks or Latinos or Hmong. It resonates with everybody because I'm about everybody. I'm about the people. I'm not just about the party itself. So when we look at this thing, it has to be where the message, and if my message is a little different than their message, that's supposed to be okay. It should be okay. Well, they could have wrapped their arms around and said, you know what, this is the strongest one, and he will be able to get the job done what we want done. But because I don't sound like Carlton off the French Prince of Bel Air, then I guess I'm not acceptable enough for them. Or um, okay, let's see. Okay, as soon as I get done with my show, I'll call you. Oh wow, I love you too. And 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 so and so so what happens is this: we keep doing the same thing, expecting a different results. We keep doing the same thing, expecting a different result. That ain't what we need. Even in the Bible, um, Jesus had a message, but it was the same goal, but it was a different message that he had was for the woman at the well, that he had for Zacchaeus. Uh, uh, you can't. In other words, if I'm going fishing for bluegills, I can't use the same bait I'm trying to catch catfish with or a walleye with. I got to have the right bait. And one of the things about me, I can say, is God has blessed me with a message. It's not a fishing pole, but it's a net, and we're catching all kind. And we got all kind of people want in because they bind into the vision of all of our children being taken care of all of us having our medical freedom, of all of us having a better education system, that all of us can benefit from a great economy. All of us benefit from helping and taking care of our farmers. So it's so the message, my message is like a net. because it's real, it's genuine, and it reaches the heart of people. And see, the problem that we have is can't nobody be me. So can't nobody take my message and try to use it because it won't resonate because it's not genuine and it's not real. And so I only went past the EAA because I had to go to Kenosha Hospital, but I wish I was able to be there. So the question is, you know, we have to make sure that we have the right combination, and we don't have the right combination. And I'll just be honest, we don't. I'm gonna push whoever will beat me, but we don't put the right combination. We can be messed up. And the question is, whose message? You guys have heard all of our messages. You heard them at Pikes and Politics. You heard them at Lincoln Reagan Day dinners. Uh, you heard them at caucuses. You heard their messages at the convention. I didn't speak at the convention. I didn't want to, but you heard all of us. Now, whose message going to resonate with those undecided voters, those undecided independents, those undecided Democrats who's upset with the Democratic Party, with the undecided libertarians who doesn't have anybody at stake in the governor's race, or the undivided Green Party who doesn't have anybody in the race for governor. I mean, are the questions that we have to ask ourselves. And this is why it's so important that we do what we need to do and that we are coming together as a unit so that we can put the right people up so that we don't start on August 10th. We don't start August 10th to say, now let's come together. We got this week and next week to say, let's come together. You might have somebody else yard sign in your yard right now. And you got to ask yourself a question. The person who yard sign in my yard, can they get the job done? I like them, but can they get the job done? And if you got doubt, then you know they can't get the job done. Um, yes, Tracy, I will be there tomorrow. I'm going to try to sweet talk my wife to let me out of the house tomorrow because my body is still sore and everything. So I will get out the house tomorrow and I will come down to the fair. We have a booth there and everything. So you guys can stop at our booth. But I'm going to try to get down there tomorrow. Um, I have to go to, um, I'm trying to play nice because I'll be in, uh, hey, Patty, I'll be up with Patty in Spooner on Saturday. And then Luck, Wisconsin, I'll be preaching that Sunday morning. It's okay. I was in a car accident on yesterday. Um, it's on one of the Facebook lives that I did. Are you guys paying attention? Number two is where the accident was. Um, but yeah, so I'm gonna do my best to be there tomorrow. Um, I have a 5 hour drive on Saturday, so I'm gonna make sure that I'm there to get in. So you guys, but the thing is, we have to come together. And we have to sit down and we have to look at this thing for real. These people that you got yard signs in your yard that you say you're supporting, can they get the job done? Can they get rid of Evers? Can they even help strengthen the base that Ron Johnson keep his seat? I mean, because we can lose Ron Johnson's seat and give Evers 4 more years. We have to make sure we got a strong team together that can get us across the finish line. That's what we got to ask ourselves. And it's okay to change your mind. It's okay to change your mind. Okay. Let me see who's somebody said my guy can. Tell us what county you are in and who is your guy. Tell us what county and who is your guy. And these are the things, guys, that we have to look at. We got to sit down and we got less than um 9 days, 10 days. My head is hurting. So I really don't know where we at, but we got to get this together, you guys. This is serious business. If we want to cut that cancer out, we need experience. We need strength. We need things done where uh it's going to really make it happen for us. Because here, shoot, excuse me. Ah, my knee. Here's the thing that we have to look at. We always have to we always have to put in what if. Well, I just wanted people to hear it out of your mouth, Barron and Washburn counties in your head does. You are my guy. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to it. I appreciate it. But you guys, we really gotta go back and we gotta think. We need to talk to the college students. Their futures at stake. I want to help push the remove that mandatory diversity class out the way and allow them to choose to opt out of that to get to go into a civic class that's going to deal with the career that they're trying to go into. Okay, so let's see. Next question is, well, thank you. Yes, that's one of my biggest issues. And this is why I said that I will deal with and work with legislators to get the DPI rates moved. I will work with the governor and telling the government, let's stop taking that federal money for education and let's run our education system from a state level. Then we can get rid of Common Core, CRT, and SEL once and for all. Just because and I love, don't get me wrong when I say this, but I need to say this. I need to say this. Just because we pass universal school choice doesn't mean we get rid of CRT, SEL, and Common Core. Why is that? Because the other schools can still be taking federal dollars, and they have to push it whether we like it or not. Because it's not only you guys got to understand, it is not only public schools that's doing CRT and SEL, transgender, and all that other mess. There are private schools that are also pushing it as well. Church schools, that are pushing it as well. So it's not just because we do universal school choice. We have to fix the school system totally, totally. And we need to run it from a state level because, like I say, private schools are doing SEL too. Private schools are doing CRT too. Private schools are doing um, transgender as well. So we have to hit it from every area. And so by taking away those federal dollars that is coming with strings attached, then then we run it from a state level, and we open up back neighborhood schools so parents can get to the school very quick to deal with issues with their children, give the parents their rights back, and define the difference between discipline and abuse. You'll have a better education system. Then the teacher ain't got to be the discipline and all of that. They can work side by side with the parents if you give parents their rights back. So I think we can have a very strong education system in Wisconsin without even touching federal dollars. I really believe that. I really believe that. And we got to make sure the money leaves administration and get down to the classrooms because the money is not getting in the classrooms. So, I mean, there's a lot we got to do, a lot we got to work on. And this is why August 9th is so important. November 8th is important, but the most important race is August 9th. That is the most important race, August 9th. Now, I don't know if somebody's watching from one of the other uh, avenues that uh, we are going live from, because we also live on YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, and then we are also from Facebook. We are doing our church page, Kingdom Resurrection. We're doing Wisconsin God Squad and Apostle David King Ministry page. So we're coming from everywhere. So we need you guys to really look at what's going on, and we need you to get the word out. There's a lot of people that's still undecided. Uh, I got a 2.5 delay that I wasn't able to go make it to the event last night. I wasn't able to make it to Beloit today or to Racine County Fair. Um, I'm down without a vehicle until Monday. My insurance sent me to go get a vehicle, but Enterprise won't have anything until Monday. So we down to one car here. And besides, my wife probably won't let me drive until Monday when my headache stop. But I'm hoping my headache stops tomorrow. But this is very important, you guys. The Democrats have already started unifying and forming together. I believe Rodriguez is going to come out of the lieutenant governor's race on the Democrat side. Um, so I think we need to prepare for her as well. Um, and so being at that rally I was at, I walked into their rally. Well, with this one, I mean, we have a lot of things going on where they're targeting our children. Um, and I would love for the sheriff department to assign a deputy to a school to build relationships with students and law enforcement, and to also allow uh, those students to even think about a career in law enforcement. I don't want them there to, I want them there to protect the children, but I don't want them there to make the children feel like they bad. I want them there to build that relationship, to might want to recruit them, let them know they care about them, let them know that the children know that you can feel safe in school. Go get your education. This is what we're here to do. We're here to protect and serve. So we're here to serve you guys to make sure you guys are safe. And if they can partner with the police department. But the reason I like the sheriff department, because the sheriff department have more jurisdiction. So, and more authority. So I would rather for that to happen, and and work together. I would even like to see a firefighter in there so we can try to encourage kids to even think about becoming firefighters. I mean, those are the things they need to build relationship with people that is designed to protect and serve the community. And like I said, when I was a kid, we ran up to the police cars because we knew they was going to give us um, baseball cards and everything. And when we got in trouble, then we didn't all automatically go to the station. They knew us, and they schooled us, fussed at us. They lectured us and says, "Don't let me catch you doing this again." And then we came on home because because of the relationship, and they knew we was not really bad kids, but we become mistress sometime, and we do things and we shouldn't be doing, um and so those are the kind of relationships we need to build with the kids, and not the kids fearing law enforcement. And so, and that's what I would love to see, to keep our children safe. And that's me. Well, you know Well, when it comes to school board meetings and all of that, I don't think nobody has a right to remove anybody out of a meeting. Um, I don't believe that a school board meeting should be locked down. You was voted in those office as school boards to listen to the people concerned and address the people concerned, not just go and listen at folks yell at you and then you make your own decision anyway. No, that ain't what you was that is not why you was elected. You was elected to go represent parents to make sure their children have a better education. So I don't believe in lockdown meetings or nothing like that. If you can't take the heat, get out the kitchen. I think if you do your job right and you're doing what's best for the children, then fine. But if you're doing what's best for your pocket and dollars, then I got a problem with that as well. So um, I think sheriffs should do their job and don't allow anybody being locked down or arrested at a school board meeting unless they're threatening somebody's life, or somebody being at a town hall meeting or a common council meeting, because we're your boss. And as your boss, we should be able to say to you, how we feel about your performance without being arrested, without being locked down. And so I think that's what people are forgetting. And those that forget and those that are trying to keep us out, then I think it's time we sue their bonds. I mean, to get them to understand who's in charge, who's the boss. So I'm let me see. Okay. Well, defunding the police is one of the dumbest things I ever heard in my life. Because the same people that's hollering to fund the police are the same people saying it's taking the police too long to get here. And every time we call 911, we can't get nobody. It takes them a long time. Well, you can't have it both ways. Either you want the police to do their job and serve and protect, or you don't want police at all. So I will work to continue to help build law enforcement agencies, but at the same time, I need the law enforcement agency to have a sit down with the community and iron out some stuff because even though the media make the law enforcement vicious and scary and wondering if we're gonna make it home if you see lights behind you, well, I think that you got you got bad cops just like you got bad politicians. You got good cops and you got good politicians. You got bad preachers, you got good preachers. You got bad and good in everything. And there has been times where I even had to ask people to forgive the church community for what we have not done for them. And the reason I did it, not because I done something wrong, but I don't want people to lose hope in the church community. So I stand in the gap and ask them to forgive. We need law enforcement to stand in the gap for those that have done wrong and says, you know what, that was out of order. We all of us is not like that. We love our job. We love protecting. We love putting our life on the line because a lot of people don't pay that no attention that these guys are putting their life on the line. And so I think we need to rebuild the communication system between the community and the law enforcement agencies, and then make sure the agency have everything it needs to really do their job and hold officers accountable that do wrong. And what do I mean by that? If I was working a job and I did something wrong and the company need to investigate it, they would say to me, David, you are on suspension. You are on the lead. You are on suspension, no pay until we figure this out. I don't think officers that done wrong and have to go through that kind of investigation should be getting paid while the investigation. If you're going to do that, then especially if an officer is in the wrong, they get suspended and then they still being paid. Now, if it's an investigation where they on administrative duty, fine, but uh, but we really need to make sure people see that we're transparent and that we're investigating and we're doing everything that we can do to make sure it's right. So that's how we're going to be able to rebuild uh, things up with the community and each law enforcement agency and show and I tell people all the time you know we got to remove that snitches get stitches. There's families that need closure but the police can't do their job because nobody won't come forward, um and you have the answer in your mouth. you know I think there's a lot of stuff we got to fix when it comes to that. I think we got to support them so they can do their job. We got to give them what they need so they can recruit more people. So when people do call for help, they can get the help they need. But at the same time, we have saw, and we just need to be honest, we have saw some cops that is not right. And then you got some cops that are amazing. I have seen cops pull over. People have flats, jack up the car, help change the tire. So you have some great cops who got in there to protect, to serve the community, and then you got some that's not so great. But we have to show the community not to be afraid of the agency that's supposed to protect and serve. We have to do that, and we got some work to do. No fix is going to just happen because we blink our eye, or we remove Tony Evers on November 8th. Each one going to take some work, and we all got to be willing to work. And this is why I always say, meet me in the middle and have a mind to work. It's going to take all of us to come together and start to fix them. Look at the biggest issues first and prioritize them, and then go in and fix them. And then each year we grade ourselves on what we done, and then what we did right, and then we fix what we might have done wrong. But I really believe that we can do some great things together. I think we can do some great things together if we come together in unity. If we come together, the Bible says, how can two walk except we have already agreed? That means we have to have something common. And what's common is getting rid of Evers. So we have to come together. We have to come together and put the best plan together, put the best people up front, and then go to work. Now, work don't start the day we sworn in. Work starts November the 9th. That's when work starts. That's when we start to attack things that needs to be attacked. That's when we start to fix things that need to be fixed. Why? Because if we can do that and we start working on those things together, by the time we sworn in on day one, we can take off running. So we got to look at what we need to attack. We got to look at what we need to fix. We got to look at how to get it done. I'm already doing research on some stuff to see how can we get certain things done. There's some things that I know we can do to get it done, and I am just waiting to have that conversation with whoever come out of the governor's primary. Let's see. You know, I believe that I don't know if that's true, but on my watch, they would not go down. They would not go down. And I'm gonna tell you what else I would love to do in those rest areas. In those rest areas, I would like to have um, an armed security guard, and I'll tell you why. Because Wisconsin is very big on sex trafficking, and we need to be able to pay attention to travelers going back and forth. You have uh, women and children traveling across our state, and the moms get tired. I know they do because I get tired, and I pull over in the rest area to take a nap. And I will feel safer if I know there's an armed guard out there, patrolling that area. So when I go to sleep, that I don't have to sleep with my pistol in my lap. I mean, that's reality right now. So you got these moms that's traveling. You got trafficking going on right there, drug trafficking going on, and drug deals being done, and every. I mean, we need to feel safe in Wisconsin, and we need to feel safe in our rest areas. When I travel to other states, they got armed guards at their rest areas where I can go and park right in front of where they sit and I can take a nap. I feel safe. I can take a nap. I think we need the same thing in Wisconsin because again, Wisconsin is big on sex trafficking and it's big on drugs. It's big on a lot of different things. Carjacking is big on a lot of stuff, especially at rest areas. So we need to make our people feel safe. So on my watch, they will not close down. I would we can find money that's just laying around nowhere. So I don't want to hear we ain't got money. We got money that being wasted. So all we got to do is shift some of that money to make sure that every Wisconsin and everybody traveling can feel safe at all the rest areas in Wisconsin. And you're right, we have some very beautiful rest areas. So yeah, so that's what I would do. Yeah, but security is different. Security, if we train those security guards or or state patrolmen, if we get enough of them, but security because we know we don't have a lot of state patrol. But if we train the security uh, through sex trafficking, there's a lot of different hand signals for for women or children that's in trouble. And so if we got a guard out there and he's on his job and he's doing his due diligently and he can see those hand signals, then we can save a life. So this is why, just because I got somebody cleaning and they're not paying attention to hand signals, but if I got a security guard there and they're well trained and they trained to look for those signals, then yes, even though they don't stop them, they can they can make that call and have the state troopers stop them on the highway. So this is what I'm talking about. I'm not just talking about just having somebody there. They know what to look out for. They know what to look for in a lot of different areas. So we need that to help people know that if you need help, you got the help that's there. Can you imagine? Watch this. Can you imagine a woman who's being sex trafficking? Uh, sex trafficking, and she gave a signal to a security guard or a sheriff, whatever you want to call it, but they give that signal, and now we just saved a life. We just saved a woman's life from being from and bringing her out of sex trafficking. So this is what I'm talking about. This is why I say that for Wisconsin. You know, and this is why we need to allow our people to feel safe there as well. So that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. I would love to see that. And you know why? That gives them purpose again. A lot of our vets doesn't have any purpose right now. That's why they're under the bridge. Some have some illness, some mental illness, but some is just wasting away and they need purpose. And if we can put them to work and give them purpose that they're still protecting, serving, I think that would mean a lot to a lot of them. And so, that would be a great idea to even put them at those rest areas. Give them purpose again. Give them hope. And I'm very compassionate about our veterans. They risk their lives, and they come home to a bridge. I don't like that at all. I got a big problem with that. They are more of our heroes than a basketball player, a football player, or a baseball player. They literally risked their lives so we can stay free. And we need to show them more respect, and we need to do more for our veterans to make sure they have. How is it we send $40 billion to Ukraine, but our vets still sleep under a bridge and they don't have the help they need? I have a problem with that. I really have a problem with that. So we need to definitely take care of our veterans, put them to work. I think if we make them security personnel, I think they'll do a great job. Sex trafficking is a huge issue. No, they don't have they have no business under a bridge. They should be taken care of for the rest of their lives. They should be taken care of. There's no way we should be uh, allowing them to live under a bridge, sleep under a bridge. They need to be taken care of. Every last one of them. So I don't like that at all. Um, so any other questions? Let's see. Yes, 100%. And that's something that we have to do as a people. Uh, and those of us, even myself, once I elected lieutenant governor, has to make our vets a priority, not with our mouths, but with our actions. We have to make them a priority. Okay, any other comment or questions before we close out? I'm seeing my eyes, I guess I need a rest because of my head injury. I'm starting to see things blurry, and I'm gonna go lay down and rest. Hopefully, my body is a little loose tomorrow that I can go out to Racine County Fair and just sit and talk to people. But I'm gonna get out and mingle sometime tomorrow. So, anybody has any last words that or comments or questions that you might want to ask? We have to sit down. We have to pick the right team uh, to go against them. They are already the Democrats have already uh, we need the Democrats have already started formulating singing their song. They're singing one song, and we have to be ready now. They're not waiting till August 9th. That's why they're doing what they're doing now. So I thank you guys for coming on. I ask that you share this with all your families, friends, those that are still not sure who they're going to vote for. Um, and I'm going to thank you, Nancy. Continue to spread the word for me. August 9th is very important, and we need as many as we can get to go vote. uh, as many as we can get. So I am going to say goodnight. My head is spinning. I think because I sat up too long. And I am going to go lay down. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And please keep sharing the word that other people will cast that vote for me as well. We need them all so we can come out on top. We need to come out on top. Uh, all right, you guys, I'm getting stiff. I love each and every one of you. This is, a small setback, but at the same time, um, we know what our assignment is. And when I when I played um, when I played basketball, I knew how to play through injuries. So I'm going to play through this injury uh, in this campaign, and we're going to continue to go forward and everything. So I am Dr. David King. I am your next Lieutenant Governor. And I will talk to you all soon. Oh, I forgot to announce. I'll be in Spooner on Saturday. I'll be at the Racine State Fair tomorrow. I'll be in Spooner on Saturday, and the place is Patty. Are you still on here? Uh, the place is um, what is it called? Um, hold on, I'm trying to find it. Let me see where she at. It's called Big Dick's Buckhorns Inn, 105 Walnut Street in Spooner. That's Big Dick's Buckhorn Inn, 105 Walnut Street in Spooner, Wisconsin. And then on Sunday morning, I will be at Faith Fellowship Church in Luck, Wisconsin. And then I will be in St. Croix Falls Sunday afternoon for a um, Faith Freedom Family Rally. And I will be up there in St. Croix Falls on that Sunday. So, um, so I thank you guys for tuning in. Go get what? Yes, ma'am. So I want to thank you guys for coming on and being part of this. Please get the word out. We have, what's today? 28th? Yep, today the 28th. So we got 13 days, something like that. Not long. We got to get the word out. We got to get people to vote. Those that have already voted for me, thank you so much. I'm humbly I'm very humble, and I just want to say thank you. I love you guys. Those that's going to vote for me, I want to say thank you. Yes, ma'am. Um, that's going to vote, thank you. Those of you that's sharing the word with other people, I thank you as well. Together, we'll come out on top on August 9th. So again, this is Dr. David. Oh, on Tuesday, I forgot about Tuesday. Tuesday in Wisconsin. For those of you that are believers and you really believe in God and you really want to see something powerful, we have pastors that is speaking at the Wisconsin Revival Rally. We have all pastors speaking. We have a pastor that's going to be singing praise and worship. Pastor Prince Valentino is going to be there as well. We have pastors from Milwaukee, pastors from Madison that is going to be speaking on Tuesday. Come on down. It's right off the highway. It's not in the heart of the city. As soon as you come off the highway, you'll be right there. You'll be in a safe environment. You don't have to worry about anything. They use the parking lot right across the street from the church. It's a strip mall, so they allow us to park there. So we want you to come out and support and listen to pastors telling the body of Christ it's time for us to rise up and vote. And that's going to be Tuesday, August the 2nd. Doors open up at 5:30. We start at 6 p.m. So we want you guys to come out and join us and be a part of this great movement of taking our state and taking our nation back. So this is Dr. David D. King, and I am your next Lieutenant Governor. Until next time, God bless you guys.